Hello there, welcome to my channel, welcome to Curious Spirits. I'm Thomas, and today we are going to take a look at my very first rum review. We're going to take a look at this rum in particular right here. This is Dorley's XO. Now, Dorley's is one of the rums that is highly touted as being a gateway rum, especially from whiskey or bourbon drinkers. Simply because it has quite a lot of those cask influenced flavors like vanilla pods, oak, and stuff like that that you can also find in bourbon and in whiskey. Dorley's is a rum made in Barbados by the Foursquare Distillery, and as is tradition over there, it's a British style rum, and it's a mixture of both pot still rum and column still rum. Now, if you're wondering, yes, Foursquare does bottle rum under their own name as well. This is a special edition for Berry Brothers and Rudd. But Dorley's is kind of like their more mainstream, more commercial offering. And then Foursquare usually goes into higher strength, cask strength releases, more for the more seasoned rum drinker, if you will. So, a short bit of history. Why is it called Dorley's? Well, in the early 1900s, Barbados changed their laws with regard to sales of rum. And because of that, distilleries were no longer able to bulk sell their rum on their own. They needed to go through a broker, or what is now known as like an independent bottler. And so in the early 1900s, Dorley's founded the company. It was called Dorley Macaw Rum, and they sold Bajan rum to the public. They brought it to market. Now, I believe in 1993, the people behind Foursquare, R.L. Seal, bought Dorley's. And then I believe in 1996, they actually built or renewed the Foursquare distillery. And so everything that is related to Dorley's today is made at the Foursquare distillery. Same thing goes for other stuff, like the Real McCoy is also 100% Foursquare. Now, Dorley's has a range on the market. They have a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 12-year-old, I believe a 15-year-old as well. And this is the XO. Now, XO stands for extra old, but you know, what's in a name, right? The XO is said to be a minimum of 6 years old, and it's a combination of rum that has first been matured in American oak casks, so primarily ex-bourbon casks, and then the rum was finished in Oloroso sherry casks. So Oloroso sherry is kind of a quite fruity, red fruit, nutty taste to it that has influenced the rum. It's bottled at 43% ABV, which is a little bit above norm. And as is usual with all rum from Barbados, and specifically rum from Foursquare, because the master distiller there is very clear about this, all of these products are bottled without any additives, so there's no sugar added to this product. If you have it in the glass, it's a very nice copper color. And on the nose, for me, this is typical of Foursquare or Dorley's rum in the sense that it's very clearly cask influenced. So at first you're getting these heavy notes of vanilla, oak, caramel, toffee. But then if you go a little bit deeper, you get cherries, you get some walnuts. So that those flavors come into play because of the Oloroso sherry casks. As I said at the beginning of this video, for a lot of people, this is a gateway rum. For me, it wasn't. This was something that I needed to get accustomed to because I think if you're a bourbon drinker, this might be a gateway rum because it's got a lot of the bourbon influences. But I was primarily an ex-whiskey drinker, Scotch whiskey, which is a lot softer in terms of cask influence. On the palate then, it's got a very soft, very gentle arrival, but still at 43%, it's powerful enough to convey what it wants to convey and to release all those flavors. And so in here, again, just like in the nose, it's a very clear symbiosis of the bourbon cask and the sherry casks. So I'm getting the typical vanilla, honey, caramel, toffee, fudge that you would get from an aged rum in American white oak. But then there's also some red fruits, so I'm getting some berries, a little bit of like strawberry jam in there, and some almonds as well. Again, it's quite an acquired taste. It's very cask forward. And for me, you know, when I read reviews about the Dorley's XO, apparently in the past it used to be bottled at 40%. The version I have here at least is 43%. And for me, this is a very agreeable, nicely drinkable strength. I find with four squares that are higher in alcohol, for instance, this one here, these for me tend to need a little bit of water. The Dorley's for me is just perfect to drink. On the finish for me, it's mainly the strawberry jam that is like standing out, and a little bit of tannins from the oak. It's a medium long finish, but it could be a little bit longer for my liking. What is good is that because of the tannins and because of the oak influence, it kind of leaves your mouth dry, meaning that you will want to take another sip. So this is a very easy drinking rum. And I can imagine if you got something like this, you could go through the bottle fairly quickly. As for this bottle here, I bought this one at 47 euros, which is going to be around the 40-pound mark. I'm in Belgium, so prices here can vary wildly on distributor because we do have a different tax system to the UK, the Netherlands, France, and Germany. But I find for the price that they're asking, I think this is a more than decent rum. If you are into whiskey at all, if you are into bourbon in particular, and you are looking to get into rum, I think the Dorley's XO is a very good choice to start off your journey. However, if you are into whiskey and you want to get into rum because you want something completely different and you want to be amazed at the breadth of flavors that a rum can have, then I don't think that the Dorley's is a good choice for you. Then I would rather go to something Jamaican like this Hamden over here, or maybe something more in the French style, the agricole style, like this La Favorite. For me, Barbados, and specifically Foursquare, is a rum that I always like to have in my collection. As you can see, I've got a couple of Foursquares around me. There's an independently bottled Foursquare up there as well. Just because it's something that is easily drinkable. It's like just, you know, a warm hug on a winter's night. And this one just does exactly that, albeit at a little bit lower and more approachable ABV. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the like and subscribe button. It'll help start out my channel. You can also check out the website, curiousspirits.com, where I've also got some written reviews on rum and other spirits. Cheers!